Tunes on the track.
Got her. We about to break through. We about to break through. Tell the enemy they can't stop us now, man. We breaking through. Yeah, we broke through. Yeah, we broke through. Tell the enemy they can't stop us now, man. We breaking through. We about to break through. We about to break through. Tell the enemy they can't stop us now, man. We breaking through. Yeah, we broke through. Yeah, we broke through. Tell the enemy they can't stop us now, man. We breaking through.
Welcome back to another season of The Breakthrough. I'm your host, Sophina de Jesus, aka Sophina the Diva.
Yes, welcome to another season of The Breakthrough. It has been a very long time.
Very long time. But we were working on our breakthrough, right?
Yes, we were.
Exactly. And it's been a long time since I've seen you, but you changed your name. Tell them, what's your name now?
Well, my artist name is Bilionair Carter, spelled with only one L, because I don't believe in taking two L's. It's that and then the lesson is learned. And then there's no E at the end, because one of my sayings is the only way is up. It's AIR. You know, what's in the sky is just air. So, you know, yes.
Ooh, I like the meaning behind that.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you
That
so
dope.
much.
Okay. Well, now you got like at least 2 videos with like millions of views. Like, tell us about that. You were like off social media, then, you know, I need to hear about that a little bit more.
Well, you know, I was following in your footsteps, you know,
Stop.
you being a social media guru and, you know, out there on the YouTube, you inspired me. So that's what happened. And yeah, we're here today. It's been a blessing. You know, the journey is amazing. Yeah. The independent journey is tough, but we here.
Exactly. And
Broke through.
Breaking through.
Yes.
So we're talking about the independent journey, right? So we have a lot of upcoming independent artists coming up, and social media is huge in this world. So you said you're back into social media. Like,
Yeah.
how do you feel about that?
Well, you know, Sophina, you remember how I was about social media. I was not really into it and doing what I needed to do to push me out there the way I needed to be, you know, broke through. So I'm on there. I post about, you know, 2 times a week, you know, doing things that I wasn't really regularly into, but it's what you have to do as an independent artist.
You do. It's very important. A lot of independent artists like boom from social media. So there's so many platforms to really boom off of. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. That's one of my favorite ones right now. I love TikTok. I do. You can learn so much on TikTok, but enough about that. Let's just move on into these independent artists.
Being an independent artist is great, and we're here to stay. You know, we're not going anywhere. The independent scene has really leveled up, you know, in the past few years since we actually took our break from the breakthrough.
Right, exactly. You're doing good. So speaking of independent artists, who do you look for inspiration when it comes to independent artists who are successful?
Well, one that comes off the top of the head is a Bay Area legend as the name of E40.
Bay Area!
To the people that 40 water is back. Hey. On the real, E40, his career has spanned over 3 decades.
Right.
And he's still making music to this day. And he actually has a song with another independent artist, who's actually my good friend of mine. His name is Marky D. They have a song and a video. It's on YouTube as well. It's called Everybody. Yeah, it's a slapper.
I need to listen to that because I have no idea. I feel like I'm like lost in the time sometimes, you know, when it comes to like catching up on all independent artists. There's just so many. So I gotta watch that one.
You know what, Sophina?
What?
I am ecstatic about this season.
Me too. And we actually have a new host that's coming with us to interview other people.
Well, you know, that is true. You know, Sophina, she's a hot ticket and she's booked and busy. So, you know.
Well, and it's time for us to expand as well, you know? So we gotta expand. And her name is, drumroll guys, Bobby Brown.
Hey.
Super excited to have her on the show. I'll meet her, not when we're interviewing because I'll be dipped out, but it's going to be great. It's going to be great energy. You guys are going to interview some really great people, and I'm excited.
Yes, I am excited. Her energy, her vibe is, you know, just like, kind of like you know, when you're
all of our vibes together just mesh real well.
Energy is immaculate. I am so glad to know that we are growing. This is our breakthrough season.
Breaking through. Me too. I'm super excited. But for now, we're going to get ready to go to our first segment, On the Streets. Are you ready, Billionaire Carter?
I am ready. I was born ready.
Exactly. And this time, we are in the Bay Area. Our whole studio is in the Bay Area. Yes. We got a new look, new location, but same heart.
Yes, same heart. One band, one sound.
Let's get ready to break through.
Let's go.
This is Keisha of OG Charter and Tours. Do you need to take a trip? We do wine tours, beer tours, dinner dates. It's up to you. Sit back, grab a snack, and leave the driving to us. Because at OG, we want to drive you around the bay.
We here live at the Jack London Square in downtown Oakland. Where we at? Right next to the San Francisco Bay. And you know what? A little bit about Jack London. He was an author, wrote a great novel. He also was a white supremacist as well too. You know, I don't know how I can really deal with that. I wasn't there when around you, but they say you wasn't for us melanated folks. You know, I ain't with that. So, you know, my energy can't really mess with you, but hey, it's a beautiful square where we at. We're gonna have some positive energy over here. It's beautiful. We're gonna take in this wonderful sun right next to the San Francisco Bay. Man, you never know who you might see out here on the bay. Man, what? We got a Bay Area legend here. We got Suga T pulling up with her family, her crew. Man, what's up, Suga T? How you doing? We didn't even know we was gonna see you out here.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm blessed. I can't complain. I can't complain. You know,
Okay.
she is fresh off a performance for the United Nations and for the Councilwoman. So it's great for you to pull up on us out here in the Jack London Square.
For sure.
Looking beautiful. Y'all looking amazing. Appreciate y'all for coming. You know,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right, right on.
Thank you. Thank you. So let us know what you got going on. You know, people know.
Oh, I mean, I just got finished. You know, I'm on my 25th exhibit celebrating my 25th album. So, you know, 36-year history, just enjoying the opportunity to continue to be a part of the legacy, you know, of hip hop and building out, trying to make sure that, you know, socially, things are socially and community correct. You know, because of the influence and so we of hip hop and, you know, making sure that balance is there. So the United Nations just you know, we just did a connection with them. They inaugurated me as a part of the movement and raised the flag and brought Barbara Lee, councilwoman, to come and represent. You know, so I was able to do my women empowerment.
I love it.
You know,
Your independent
you
stuff.
know, soul sister. You know, I got a song called Soul Sister. You're my soul sister. Get it.
Hey.
You know, so
Love it. I love it about that soul
so
here.
this my team, this Tequila.
Hey, how you doing?
Tequila, that's one of my MCs.
Oh, love it.
My
Love it.
key, master MC, executive sisterhood, Dr. Veronica.
Dr. Veronica.
Yeah, Team Sugar. This
Wow,
what it
I
is.
love it. I love it. And that's what we are big here on
Right
the Breakthrough.
on.
Independence.
Yes.
And you definitely are independent. So I know
Absolutely.
what is one of the key things to remain independent and to, you know, not have to conform to the labels and those things like that?
Well, you know what? Just being brought into the game, my uncle St. Charles and my brothers, you know, the clique, they taught me how to run the label from the beginning, just to be in control no matter what. They, you know, that was just a normal conditioning to over 36 years ago, you know, when the movement wasn't as popular. You know what I'm saying? So we stood through the test of time and learned how to collaborate with the big dogs, though, you know, being joint venture with Jive Records and being able to still be able to, you know, to work
Those
at
resources.
the capacity and then still have the maintenance of the best of both worlds, basically. You know, and it's unique. You have to have a humble heart because sometimes you might not be on the list where everybody else got, you know, the other commercialized stuff, but
True.
you know, you still in the game, and so you know, it takes a little balance. But we're often celebrated just for being here to last long and not be under the whoop of.
Well, you just said
You know,
your
yeah.
25th album, so
Yeah.
you have that longevity here, you
For
know.
sure, for
And
sure.
it's a blessing that you've been able
Yeah.
to bless the game so long. And I see you got your brand on, and that's big. I got my brand on. She got her brand on. That is big
Yes.
for us independent artists. You
Real
have to
talk.
brand yourself. Let us know a little about that.
Definitely, absolutely. You know, and just coming to the game as a professional, I was able to build a whole enterprise, you know, with multiple divisions. And I was comfortable as a young mom because I came into the game as a young mother and eventually a young grandmother. But coming in, you know, as a young mother, off top, I knew there were certain things that I was not going to do and certain things I was going to do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it was certain times I needed to pause so I could take care of things I'll never get a chance to get back to. You know what I mean? So that's what put me in a position to build an enterprise. So along the way, I just built different divisions. They were businesses at first, and then I consolidated them. I'm a social entrepreneur, so helping people, working with different
Key.
populations of people, giving back to the lifestyle of those who, need that balance. And then, of course, being able to enjoy other things that we know have sustainable outcomes. So I have a learning academy,
Oh,
a
man.
school of teaching and educating.
Not to cut you off, but talk about, she just finished performing at her own museum. Maybe talk a little bit
Yeah,
about that.
absolutely. And of course, the museum is one of our latest ventures, Her Museum, which Her Museum is a community wellness and arts and entertainment platform that celebrates Black women in the arts and specifically positive role models, keeping their legacy inclusive. And then, of course, being able to be a safe platform for women and girls to implement and develop their talents. But we also address community wellness projects like violence reduction and economic empowerment, and things that keep us in a well place. Mental wellness, physical health. Yeah.
I love it. Well, I know that you were just coming off of performing.
Yeah.
I know you were looking like, you need to relax and need some time. So we're going to have to set up a in-depth interview. So
Yes.
we ain't going to hold you too longer. Suga T has so much stuff. We're going to drop her handles and things like that in the comments below and in the description. So don't worry about that. But thank you so much for spending your time and your team. I love seeing wonderful, positive, melanated queens out here doing that thing. Appreciate
Yes.
you for everything.
Thanks for having us. I'm
Well-
happy we ran across you. We
Yes.
trying to go relax and go, chill. We just ate, and it was like, okay, it's time for us to sit by the water and breathe for a minute.
Man, well, you
Okay.
ain't trying, you finna do it. So we gonna get out of your hair. Thank you so much. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It is Billionaire Carter, and to the left of me is my co-host, Bobby Brown. We are here with the Breakthrough Season 2 in-depth interview with Mr. Mario Hodge. He is a wonderful comedian, entrepreneurial, father, everything. He's amazing. How you doing, Mr. Mario?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Man, blessed. I can't complain.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm glad to have you.
Yes, yes.
Glad to
yes.
be here.
Thank you, thank you. So we're going to get right into it. How did you begin being a comedian?
Oh man. Just I got silly siblings, and my mother's actually funny. So my mother was the kind of person that got on her own kids. One of the things you're way younger than me, but one of the things there used to be a Tootsie Roll commercial, and this owl used to lick a Tootsie Roll and then bite it. And so she used to say the Tootsie Roll's my nose when I was a little kid, right? So my mother would like talk about her own kids, and I would cry, and she, my mother you gotta have tough skin. So she talked about her own kids. We clowned each other, and that's about and my father collected Richard Pryor albums, so I would go in the basement and listen to the albums and things like that. So I was a big fan of Richard Pryor. So that's how I initially got into comedy. Like I'm like that's what I want to do. I was many other things before I started doing comedy because I started comedy late in my 40s. But I believe that was my passion. Once I started making people laugh, you got to know your purpose in life, and my purpose in life is to make people laugh. You won't know who you are as a person until you know what your purpose in life is.
That is key. That is very key. It's crazy how you were saying Richard Pryor albums.
Yeah,
That's OG right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Definitely over. So what was it really like growing up, with, that type of mother that you had that was tough skinned and, just growing up? What was that? How did that play on your emotions?
Well, it prepared you for life, for what you're going to get into later in life, because people are cruel. People are, you know what I'm saying? You run into different characteristics. So it prepared me for what's coming as I was growing through my teens, through what's going on now. So seeing my mother come at us in certain ways was teaching us life. Like, hey, you think it's hard in this house? Wait till you get outside and see what reality is like.
That real
So
world.
yeah, that real world. So it really did some just. Like today, these kids is totally different. like you can't say nothing. The cable get cut off. These kids be wanting to commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? So it's totally different. So it made us really tough and be prepared for life.
Now, you mentioned you started at 40, so later on in your career as an independent artist. How did you get gigs? How did you get your name out there later on in your career?
Well, as you know now, everything is controlled by social media. So Facebook, Instagram. My era, it was mostly Facebook. Now it's TikTok and Instagram. But me, I went viral several times on Facebook. So that's what give me gigs. People were like, do you do comedy? What's going on? You post certain things. I went viral doing several characters. One called Flakeisha. One called Jerry Curl Juro. I was the originator of this. Some people copying it now, but I wear a curl and dance. Don't talk. All I do is dance, and people just was loving it. And then I did a COVID video that was got probably like 25 million views.
Man.
And
Social media.
Yeah, social media. Social media is the
Good
key.
marketing
Yeah,
strategy.
it is. I hate it, but you have to do it in comedy now. Stand up is different now. It's a different
Right.
era. So stand up used to be where you actually went to a stage and you did stand up and people came to watch you perform. Now it's not that. People think that your phone is a new cable box.
Yes.
So
That's
now,
a new stage.
yeah, it's a new stage. So now it's like you have to get out of that thinking like, well, I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm not doing social media. You're gonna get left behind if you don't do social media.
You are right.
Yeah,
because that was one of my big things as well too. I really did not like social media. All the being on there, having to post, having to do this, people in your life. So just like you, we have to adapt in
Right.
that manner, especially with us being independent artists.
Right.
We have to use those tools to be able to get, our breakthrough.
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
You
right.
reach so many different people at one time. So.
Right. And the crazy thing about it, you don't never know when you're gonna pop.
Yeah.
A video might get 500 views. That one you took time to put into, like you took 30 minutes to an hour, and you like this for the kill 'em. And you post it and get like 35. Yeah, right. And then the one that you don't even care about, you didn't take no time, 2 minutes, post it, and it gets 300,000 views to 1 million views, and you be like, wait a minute. And then that's the one you didn't put your name on, so nobody know who you are, but everybody sharing it on TikTok and everywhere else.
You're right.
Now, we know you're from the Bay, so what gifts has the Bay brought to your career as an independent artist?
The Bay is different. The Bay is a different grind. The Bay is like no other. So your grind gotta be the everything. Like everybody came through the Bay to become famous. From Cat Williams to Faison Love to Kevin Hart to all the big names you can think of. Everybody came to the Bay to make it. Especially Oakland. Oakland. You had to come to Oakland to get where you at. Oakland, New York, and then LA, whatever. But Oakland is one of the my support is big, and people love me in the Bay. I love the Bay. I'll put it like this. I'm gonna say this because I know people gonna watch this. I'm from Oakland, California, not Bay Area. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I love the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Oakland and the Bay Area is different. Like we set trends. They follow the Oakland, and then the rest is. I know some people gonna get mad, but it's just the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Culture.
The culture, the culture. Everybody, even Too Short is a big thing, but he was originally from LA and then got that game in Oakland. A lot of people don't know if you know Sugar Free. Sugar Free stayed in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? Then he went to LA, but it's the game. It's just the Oakland. I just love being here and being one of the people that the Oakland and the Bay Area love.
I love that. So, being a part of the breakthrough, we're about being independent. So how important is it to be independent to you?
It's very important because independent, you get to write your own script. You just write your own script. Drive your own car. Create your own lane. I ain't got to put on a dress. You know what I'm saying? Or stockings and makeup and all that kind of stuff because somebody else is controlling what I do. So I advise everybody to go look into being independent. You're not gonna get that break that you want, but you in control. You want control. You want control of your life.
You
and
own
what you
your
do.
work.
Yeah, you own your work. Yeah, whatever you do.
And your soul.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that you own your money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
Get
the
that
main.
full check, not
right,
cash.
right.
And
100%.
that control and being able to have that creative control over your art is a blessing.
Yeah.
I completely
It's very
commend you
important.
on that as well too. Very
Thank
important. Definitely, because being independent, especially with me being an artist, like I don't want nobody telling me what I gotta do.
Right.
I don't. And if it is, it's the team. We're helping each other. We're doing all that. We still have the creative control. We're helping each other. It's a bigger picture. It ain't just like how the labels want. It's just about a check of what you can do for them. It's what we all can do for each other.
Right. Look at some of the stuff that people have to wear on the red carpet. Man, I'm not wearing that.
None of that. I'm not going to the Balenciaga this and wearing the boots all the way up to
Right. They gonna be like, Mario got some New Balance on. You know what I'm saying?
It can't be easy either. You have to do your own marketing strategy, put your own word out there, and it's a hustle.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
It definitely is.
Definitely.
So Mario, what's your greatest achievement?
My greatest achievement is something I haven't got yet. So people, no, straight up, people. That's the most honest, answer I can give you. I haven't achieved because I got so much to give and so much more to do. So I haven't. I've achieved things, but I haven't achieved the greatest thing that I want for myself yet. And so
I felt that.
Yeah, I don't even want to put myself in a position like I achieved something. Like I want people to whoever watching this, maybe some kids, some teenagers. I want them to understand that there's more out there for them. Okay, I did Comedy Central with Kevin Hart, but I got more. It's more to me than just that.
Yes.
So, since you haven't achieved that yet, how will you know when you break through?
I think I know when I'm able to go in the car lot and get whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? Go get a house, and have my kids all at the same table eating.
Man.
Where I don't have to worry about bills and things like that. I mean, money isn't the answer to everything, but I just want to. I know when I'm living comfortable. When my wife ain't complaining. You know what I'm saying? That's when I know I've achieved.
Happy life.
Yeah, when I have achieved the greatest. That's the greatest thing I can achieve is stop my wife from complaining. You know what I'm saying? So
y'all take that note out there, young men out there. It's a great achievement.
Yeah, that's a great achievement. So yeah, but I'm trying to live my life to the point where, to the point where what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to live my life to the point to be great here, but I want to be greater in the other life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want to set that. I want to do right here so I can be right in the right place this after this life.
And you're not trying, you're doing.
Yeah.
Attempt to get trying out of your vocabulary because it
Right.
leaves room for failure.
Right.
And that's one of the things, you know, of course I'm younger than
Yeah.
yourself, but I love to bring that type of wisdom and things that's helped me in my life, to, you know, to other, you know.
Words
people
are
as well, too.
powerful.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
It's energy.
Yeah,
It is.
and I do. I tell people. I'm glad you said it because I tell people when people say they fail, I say, man, you only a failure until you quit. You know, that's what makes you fail. If you give up, that's when failure comes upon you. But if you just keep going and keep working hard at it and doing what you need to do, then there's no way you can fail. You know,
You're right.
So, and then another thing I always tell people: when you do the things that you have already done, you'll end up getting what you already have. So you gotta change.
Got
So
to
change.
when you reach success, what are your plans?
My plans, I'm definitely gonna give back. I even though I give back now, but my plans is to give back and put other people on. That's one thing that comedians don't do. They don't put other people on. I would say in the black entertainment, like it's a circle of people. It's about who you know. It shouldn't be about who you know. If I go in a club and I have the power to put you somewhere, and I'm sitting here and I'm saying this, wow man, this a funny brother. Where you from? I shouldn't be worried about where he from. Is he from the Bay Area? Is he from Oakland? If he from Virginia, if he from Chattanooga, I don't know where. You know what I'm saying? If he funny, I'm like, hey man, I want to work with this brother. What can I do to help this brother out? It's a competition thing in every aspect of entertainment. It shouldn't be like that with black artists. We should be like, hey man, this brother, what moves can I make? Who can I call to get this brother on? You know, instead it's like he might take some money from me, or he might take my shine. Man, come on, somebody gave you that. Somebody opened the door for you. So open the door for others. So my main goal is just open the floodgates for other artists.
I love that. So that you kind of gave us a tip, but that leads me into our next question. What tip would you have for other independent artists, you know, coming up in the comedic realm and entertaining realm? What would you give them? What kind of advice?
First and foremost, surround yourself with people that's gonna tell you what you need to hear, instead of
The truth.
The
hard truth.
Yeah, it's the hard truth. You know, instead of surrounding yourself with friends that just tell you anything to make you feel good. You know, tell me if I ain't funny. Tell me if my idea was stupid. You know what I'm
Like your
saying?
mom growing up.
Yeah. Like my mom, my wife. Like, I tell a joke to my wife. My wife be like, I don't think you should say that. That ain't funny. So surround yourself with a great circle of people that have your best interests as you have their best interests. Put God first.
Yes.
For those, I know some people probably ain't religious or things like that. That's your bad. But me, I put God first. No matter what you believe in.
Yes.
And just stay. Be an honest person. Be an honest person. Have a good heart. Don't do nothing to people that you wouldn't do to yourself or to your family or you know your friends. Don't. You know, it's hard out here for everybody. Ain't nobody. People that you see that you think is billionaires and millionaires. Trust me, they have it hard. They got to go through a lot of
people
stuff.
we don't see.
Yeah,
A lot of things we don't see.
A lot of things you don't see. All you see is the paparazzi and the stuff being all on TV and
What the labels.
Yeah,
wanna
like
show.
right.
And one thing that's happened with me a lot throughout this independent process is the circle becoming smaller when you're ascending.
Yeah.
You know, because of the people not having the right mindset.
Yeah.
Not being where you need them to be. You know? So
You got to understand that it ain't. Sometimes, most of the time, it's not you changing; it's your friends changing, because it's jealousy and envy. So you got to watch who, you know. The Houdini had the most famous song, but friends, how many of us have them? You'll find out who your friends are once your life start changing for the better. Then those friends will start changing on you. And it's not necessarily always on you, but they'll point the finger at you like, oh, bro, you changed. No, I didn't change. And anybody that doesn't make, if once you start making money, you gonna change. And if you don't change, you ain't making enough money.
We're always changing.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, yeah. Just stay humble. There's nothing wrong with being confident, but just stay humble.
Right. You're definitely right, because the change is, like you just said, it's gonna happen. You're gonna have to change. You're gonna have to evolve. You know, that evolution. We always evolving. You know, especially with us melanated. You know, people as highly melanated people, they always are hitting us down to where we have to evolve and change.
The cold part is you're gonna have to get rid of some people that you actually love.
Word around town, you have a show out with called The Hodges. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Me and a brother by the name of Buford, one of the producers and one of the person that came to me and was like, "Hey man, I got this idea about this show." And once he told me and ran it down, I was like, "Hell yeah, let's do this, man!" Because it's independent show. Yes. You know, we not. I mean, we looking to get on CBS, ABC, all the Netflix, even if it's PBS. You know what I'm saying? Like it's on something. But right now it's independent. We trying to make a difference. Bring a different kind of sitcom where it's family fun, reality, touch on topics that's going on today. At the same time, no holds barred. You know, I don't care about the cancel culture stuff. You know, I want to be me.
Yes.
I want to give people the me, what I went through in my life. And so Buford and all other writers and cast members, just where we gonna come, the Hodge is gonna come bring it.
Okay.
You know, I believe that it's gonna take off and be big and hey, be back with y'all. You know.
I'm hearing that this show is really sharing your why and why you do comedy and your story. So within itself, I mean, your purpose, you're living that out and you're doing other things, making a show, doing comedy.
Yeah. It's about the struggle about what us comics go through, the struggle of me being at home, my wife, my kids, and things like that. So it's gonna be really intense so people can see the background of what a comedian go through to get. Because sometimes, you know, I go do shows and come back with no money. Because it's part of the grind. But you can't tell a wife that. Like, I ain't got no money. You know, especially if she make more, and if your wife make more than you. You know what I'm saying? Comedy is like, it's like that, you know? Comedy is like that. It's a certain jobs you got where, you know, your significant other may make more than you. Right. But you got to have a significant other, too, that understands. Yeah. Like, hey, at least he's trying and putting effort, you know, and a woman can usually deal with a man like that. At least my man out there trying. So I believe in him, and I'm gonna wait and see. But I ain't gonna wait that long. I ain't gonna be 10 years, nigga. You know.
You're right.
Yeah.
That is definitely key. You know, to have, especially with us men, us melanated men, to have that queen on the side, to, you know, play his part, or even having that king on the side, that's helping you grow and that's believing in your gifts and allowing you to grow in your gifts. You know, like how your wife has, and like my wife has allowed me to grow in it as well. That's it's key. It's key.
The one thing that I just want to touch on this, a lot of people don't. One thing that skip over is the mental health of black men. That gets pushed to the side. We always focus on the mental health of the black woman, which is fine, which is great. But you got to focus on the mental health of a black man too, because what we endure, what we got to go through. We have to. We got so much on our shoulder. Not only that, we got to be. When we go outside, we got to be worried about who gonna do something to us, especially the police. You know, we got to be worried about if I'm going to see my kids again, am I going to see my wife, you know, and things like that. We got so much going on, and the people don't understand that. So I'll tell every black man that's having hard or going through something, don't be afraid to go talk to somebody to go get some help. We need that. We need that, because if you don't do that, then how you going to express yourself and how you going to be that king for that queen.
Yes.
You know, so
that
make sure,
outlet.
make sure you take care of
Deal
your,
with
your
those
mental health, because when your mental health is not good, your physical health start declining.
You are right. You're definitely right about that. And
When all odds are against you as a black man, how do you stay grounded and you perform in front of hundreds of people?
Me, every comedian that see me perform, they see that I pray before I even go on stage. Somebody asked me like, "Well, you pray all the time, man. You're the only comedian I ever seen do that." And I'm like, "Bro, let me tell you why I do that. Because I made it. I got here because of God. You know, I couldn't touch that stage if it wasn't for God. So me, I personally, I'm Muslim. Ain't afraid to say that. So I pray 5 times a day. So I put God before anything because all this can be taken away from me within the seconds. Yeah. So so to keep me grounded is I'm always constantly thinking about God, even when I'm angry. I think about God. Go lay down. Go sit down. Go reflect on. Go pray. Go do something. Do something to get you back in the right mind frame. Think about my second thing is my kids. You got several kids. I got 9 kids. You know, and then I think this one lady talking about I got a son or something. We gotta take a test with that little nigga.
got another Hodge on the way.
Right. So the S might be right. Yeah. But get back to that. Yeah, God and my kids. You know, I got to be a role model for my kids. My kids gotta see something. That's another thing that a black man has to be responsible for, as being a role model, or being a hero to his kids, and not just to my kids, but other people's kids that see me. You know, so many of us got so much on us. And I know for a fact that Hodges is going to be a success, but I got to be able to have great character and be a role model to kids when they see me outside of the Hodges. You see me up the street, see me doing this, doing that. You know, I can't be disrespectful on cameras, acting a fool like a lot of these people acting. Plus, I'm too old for all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm 50. I got bad back, ankle, neck, all that kind of stuff. I'm not about to get police chasing me and all that kind of stuff. I'm telling you right now, all that other stuff that they be talking about, stop snitching, I'm going to tell. I'm a snitch. I'm going to tell you, I'm on camera right now. I'm telling on you, I'm too old to be going to jail. You can't be going to jail with arthritis. You know what I'm saying? See, but for y'all age, it's snitching. For us, it's called telling the truth. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it, though. I understand.
Yeah.
You know, well, if y'all want to catch up with Mr. Mario Hodge, you're going to have to hit his Instagram handles or his Facebook handles that we're going to drop in below. And once again, Mr. Hodge, really appreciate your time, and the love and the joy that you bring to the breakthrough is going to help other people continue to break through.
Man, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate this show, man. More blessing to y'all to keep doing this show and keep growing. And I just look forward to y'all having more success and probably more famous people. But when I come back, it's going, you're breaking through. Breaking through. Definitely. I got more to do, and they're definitely going to hear more from me.
Yes, definitely.
Keep breaking through.
Yeah. Definitely. And once again, I am one of your co-hosts for The Breakthrough, Billionaire Carter, and to the left of me is
Bobby Brown.
And until then,
let's get it.
Breakthrough.